Hi everyone. Forgive any oddities with the overlay. We had a small technical difficulties and a delay, 90% of which was caused by me. I assure you it's definitely my fault. Welcome everyone to the ongoing Shadowrun game, Run the Flood. I am your cosmic GM, Softenomicon, and tonight we have with us, as always, T103, played by Vamp Daddy, Morningstar, played by Virissa Rave, Jason, played by Naskavian, and Mojave, played by Daybreakathon. When we last left our lovely party, as I attempt to fix 90% of this thing, there we go. As we left our party, sorry, I'm fixing something in the background. Oh, I can't think straight. I'm sorry. When we last left off, the party had just met up with Frenzy and had gained some information of a job he needed them to do to search out a unfortunate victim of the HMHVV virus. They were told where this individual might be, and they very quickly realized that this individual more than likely is using the sewers to move around. And they made a decision that they were definitely going to need to prepare. And that's where we enter in.
Wonderful. Are we still outside on the street, outside of Frenzy's place?
Uh,
Or are we, like, I don't know, maybe at Morningstar's place? I don't know. When we last left off, we were on the street. So.
Yes, when we last left off, we were in the street. You were right outside Frenzy's alleyway entrance to his clinic.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, I think that Morningstar will look at the group and say, we should prepare before we try to catch this individual.
We're gonna need some good stomping boots, don't want no leaks.
Right, and any oils necessary for drones and the big guy over here, yes?
Yeah, I need some, stun grenades or something like that. Something
right,
non-lethal.
Right, that's true, we do need to figure out a way to do this non-lethally. I have a place not too far, if you would like to come to my spot. Is that something you would all be interested in?
For what?
A safe place for us to be until we have planned our plans, unless there is somewhere you would like us to go instead.
Oh, yeah, let's all get something to eat. I could totally go for some, dinner.
All right, food.
Food's
My
a good
treat.
thing to have.
My treat.
Oh. I mean, I can eventually pay you back, but... Okay. Where do we go? There's a few, little places around here, but
Steakhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Like actual steak. Or more soy things, because everything is soy.
I prefer real steak.
Morningstar's eyes go really wide because she's like, real meat, what is this? That's expensive,
Yeah, Mojave is though his smile is more or less the same as usual, it's the very careful stillness of, I'm not gonna say anything to potentially interrupt this real food, what? Been living off stolen granola bars? What? Excuse me?
Right, and so Morningstar will pull up her hood and then nod and say, right, well then, you lead the way.
He will head back towards the small tank that Jay owns.
We'll all pile in, and then I'll kick it into high gear. We'll start cruising at 30 or 40 miles an hour.
So you all make your way back to your very large tank, and cruising at its top speed of 40 miles an hour, Jason drives everyone off onto the I-10, down past downtown, up into the lower Hollywood district. Not close enough that the tank is out of place yet. In all of the various corporate fighting that has occurred through the many, many years, very few restaurants have survived that aren't, well, some strange conglomerate that doesn't really spend a lot of money, but others have flourished. A local location known as the CalFree RoadHouse is a very popular destination for its old world charm and its real meat. It is very expensive.
I feel very out of place. Is there a dress code? I feel like I am wildly underdressed. And she kind of just like lifts her arms up and is like showing her very like clean, but just, you know, definitely got it at the local Walmart. So
And Mojave waves a hand nonchalantly, who is, grubby's a good word for it. I'm sure we'll be fine.
CalFree Roadhouse is a rather fascinating location. It is in many ways a themed restaurant, as it holds on to a very old style of sports memorabilia and TVs and sports bar looking things. Even the very rich tend to dress rather down to go here, as it's the fashion of the area. Upon
Does
a
this
reach...
place
Yes?
does this place have like a sort of a gift shop souvenir, like does it have like a merch shop where you can like buy like cowboy clothes?
So wait, Mojave there in his hat, he actually, like, kind of fits in.
Yes, many of the staff and patrons are wearing their own, very clearly, kind of fakely tattered Stetsons.
Yeah, Mojave's just there looking very pleased with himself.
Yes, housekeeping, there is in fact a gift shop right up front. Has a lot of tchotchkes of cowboy items and various fake cigars and gag gifts.
Hey, if you want, we could pick up some like cool merch, get ourselves these sweet hats and stuff, and we could get dressed. Like,
Everybody needs a good hat.
oh,
I'll take a foam hat.
I don't have any kinds of hats, so this will be welcomed.
Everybody needs a good hat.
I think Jason would buy like one of their cowboy hats for everyone, and then like a Western style jacket for himself, and maybe a jacket for Morningstar too.
Mojave puts a second hat on top of his hat.
Oh, and I'll get one for Mojave too. Well, we can all have matching jackets.
Morningstar will put on hat and coat and then turn and say, "How do I look?"
Mojave claps.
Like it's the Wild West.
God, if they're actually in there, I think T actually went to a bathroom. Like, immediately went to a bathroom. Where he's just gently dabbing a dead wastelander off his jacket before he tries to get a table.
Yeah.
It's not too difficult as you're carefully dabbing. It's a black jacket. As long as you get the larger bits, it's pretty easy to cover up any of the other staining. There is a moment where a gentleman in a full business suit, his tie very undone, a interesting novelty hat on his head, comes drunkenly stumbling out of the handicap stall, looks at you and blinks for a few moments, shakes his head, washes his hands, and leaves. Definitely was going to say something and then noticed that he was looking upward and then had to keep looking up and decided it was not a good option.
After he scrubs up, he'll rejoin the others, and then he'll try on his hat. Well, he'll take the hat he has off, and then put the other hat on.
It looks appropriate.
Nod.
You all stand for just a moment. It's a small line up at a large front desk. Sitting behind a very thick glass is a selection of various, what appears to be real steak, real red meat lining this shelf. Also in the back is the smell of cinnamon butter and hot bread, as it is baked fresh. And I think Noskavian has now realized where he is. On the wall is the painting of an armadillo.
He said that there's like a glass pane with the meat.
Yes.
Okay. Morningstar like kind of gets up close and is like, I imagine she towers over this like counter and is like very awkwardly hovering above it and is like to the group, so do we just grab it or how do we do this?
Looks at T.
Right about that time, the hostess comes around the corner going, "Hi, how can I help you? Would you like a table?"
For 4.
4? All right. Would you like to pick out your steak today, sir?
Please.
All right. Y'all just point to whichever steak you'd like, and then when your waitress comes up, take you to the table, you just tell them.
Morningstar just like awkwardly points and but like her finger, thuds against the glass and points at like a nice New York strip. She doesn't know it's called that, but that's the steak she wants.
Is everyone else going to pick their steak?
Yeah, T picks he picks a T-sized steak.
So the 29-ounce porterhouse.
Yeah.
Mojave points to a piece of meat entirely at random.
Jay will select like a ribeye or something like that.
Mojave, you pick completely at random and end up landing your finger on an 8-ounce filet mignon. Completely unaware that it is one of the most expensive cuts of meat in the building. None of the prices are listed out here, by the way.
Yeah, it's even
my
like I
Christ.
don't know, maybe that one?
The waitstaff quickly come up to you and immediately take you off to your table. Almost everyone here seems to be putting on as many forced southern accents as they can, and the very few that aren't forced, well, they seem a bit dead inside as they walk along the various booths and tables of this location. There is a very large U-shaped bar on the center of the restaurant with many person at that wearing disturbingly glittery cowboy attire. Rather rhinestone cowboy, if you give you that.
A la Dolly Parton.
On the wall behind the bar is a massive portrait painting of the old world goddess of them all, Dolly Parton.
Yes. Yes.
The waitstaff leads you to a comfortable booth in full view of not only a lovely fireplace with a boar's head set above it, but also a perfect view of the lovely Dolly Parton painting. You are sat down and pointed out to your lovely scanned QR code menus and are immediately offered, "So, can I take your drink orders?"
I will have water.
Whatever's on tap.
Was everything on tap? All right. We got Coors 2.0, Bud Extra, and Michelob Black.
Michelob's fine.
All right, I'll get you that. And so we got water, we got Michelob Black on tap. Anything for you two?
I love the same.
Same as same as your one friend or the beer.
Shrugs.
Love both.
Both. All right, both.
Both. Both.
I'll take a water, and I'll also take a
Haley has the same too.
And
You know what?
also-
Bring us
Y'all
a pitcher,
okay? Y'all just want me to bring a round of waters and a pitcher, a beer.
please.
All right, I'll
yes,
get
that sounds wonderful.
All right, I'm gonna go get that for y'all. Y'all picked out your steaks at the beginning. We're gonna have those all cooked up. When I come back, you just think of any starters you
Oh.
want.
Yeah, can we get a bloomin' onion?
Yeah, I can get you a blooming onion, sweetheart. I'll get that right away. I'll go put that in right now. You can ask for anything else you may want tonight, and I'll go get you your beers and your waters. All right, I'll be right back. And
Thank you,
she
Con.
toddles off.
I like the way that she speaks. It is nice accent.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
friendly.
I
I love
am
this
good
place.
at I am good at accents. I can do that too. I will have to listen more, but I can do the same.
Is this
Neat.
your natural speaking voice?
Yes. She like lowers her voice when she says this, but she is the staff at the lab. They all talked like this, and so it is who I was around, and I ended up having this sound. But when I wanted to leave, I realized that it is pretty obvious of accent, and so I had to change the sound of my voice, and I found that I am very good at it. So this is my real voice, yes.
Noted.
It's a neat talent to have.
Is there, because sometimes these kind of places have this. Is there a guitar, like an acoustic guitar, anywhere?
There is a set, kind of above the fireplace on either side, a large set of acoustic guitars signed by various old world musicians, including one that is kept in a glass gilded case signed by the one and only Dolly Parton.
Morningstar like points to the the kind of collection of guitars and says, I can also play music. So
Okay, you're just full of talents, ain't you?
That
Yes,
sounds
well.
fun.
there was not much to do in between training, so I learned how to play music. It helped not to have to focus on what was going on, and I like sound. So yes.
Are they playing music at the restaurant?
I'm so glad you asked. Currently on this old classic Western tracks, they're currently playing a lovely hit, 9 to 5.
Morningstar's just tapping her foot.
And
along
and
to
right
the
about
music.
this point, your lovely waitress comes walking back up, and it's about now you notice that her name tag does in fact say Jolene Shiv. All right, here's your
Classic.
waters, and here's your pitcher of beer, all your nice cooled off glasses, and here's your bloomin' onion, darling. Now, if you want anything else, may I suggest the alligator bites are rather fucking nice if you'd like some.
What kind of
Excellent.
cheese? is
Oh, it's a
in?
mixed cheese. Got that Colby, pepper jack, and some cheddar in there.
Well, the jalapeno poppers. What kind of cheese?
Oh, those? That's gonna be, I believe, it's a mix of cream cheese, a little bit of ricotta, and then we got a little white cheddar sprinkled on top of that.
I'll have the alligator bites.
All right, I'm gonna go put that one in. And can I get everyone how they want their steak cooked? We go all the way down to blue rare, just so you understand. Personally, that's my favorite way to cook it, but I understand. We do go all the way up to well done, though I would suggest not going there. But that is completely up to you.
I will take blue ware as you suggest. And the bread, it smells very good. I would like some of that, please.
All right. Oh goodness, that was on me. I should have brought your bread at the beginning. Let me go get that right as I get this one. So we got blue rare. You sweetheart, with the nice face, and she starts looking at Mojave, like kind of noticing him, going, "What can I get you?"
He just kind of freezes, wide-eyed, and it's just like, "Wait, what?"
rare.
What
Blue
he
rare
said.
as well.
Morningstar is fascinated by this interaction.
You like your steaks rare, sweetie?
Please.
All right. And you, Mr. Blueberry?
I'll
And she definitely says that affectionately.
I'll do mid-rare.
Mid-rare? All right. Still within a good range. I'll give you that one. So we got blue rare,
No.
blue rare, mid-rare, and I now I can't remember because I know a lovely tall gentleman over here answered for you, darling. Did you want blue rare too, or did you want maybe mid-rare like your friend over here?
Perfectly honest, I'm fine with whatever. I'm not picky.
All right. How about that then? I'll get you 3 blue rares and 1 mid rare set in for those steaks. If I'm correct, that was the filet New York strip, the ribeye, and the porterhouse. Correct?
Please.
That's right.
All right. Then I'm gonna go put in them alligator bites. I will immediately come bring back your bread, and we'll see how all this goes. And Jolene runs off, and like less than 5 minutes later, drops your bread and the cinnamon butter off. And she also drops off another basket as well. So she drops off 2 baskets and goes, "I'm just gonna think y'all need 2," and looks at the big tall man. "I assume you, sweetheart, got a nice big appetite." And then Jolene toddles off towards the kitchen.
Already reaching for the bread.
Also
Yeah.
reaching for bread.
Question. Were the mugs brought with that were brought out with the pitcher frosted? Like, were they cold?
Yes, they were chilled.
Oh, God bless. Okay, yeah. He's pouring himself a big beer right away.
Amazing.
Cheers. Nothing like a nice cold beer after a long day.
Clank.
Yeah.
He raises the glass too, but doesn't say anything because his mouth is full of bread.
Yeah, Morningstar sort of similarly has like, as if it's a scientific procedure, is putting on this cinnamon butter on the bread, like a nice thin layer, and then just like shoves it into their mouth in this
Jesus,
very
just
like,
slather it all in.
yeah,
And-
like not normal at all, just like unhinge the hunk of bread into their mouth.
And
Though his
to-
face doesn't unhinge, Mojave's very nearly doing the same thing.
And just to exemplify how just rich this place is, this is real bread. This is wheat bread. Like, this is proper white flour, buttery, hot, literally pulls apart in your hands, melts in your mouth. This is some expensive bread.
This is very yummy, but I think I will owe you lots of money, too, because this is
so
real.
good.
This is real, so...
He just shakes his head. My treat.
I don't know what that means, but for now,
I'm-
okay.
I
I'm
can see
paying.
you're a real good friend.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, T. Next month I'll get the steak.
He just smiles and nods his head.
Right. How did you know about this place?
We've been here before.
Oh,
Yeah, we've
Are there
probably been
many-
here before.
are there many places like this? I'm sorry, I don't know. I am not very traveled.
A lot of places serve soy.
Okay. I did not know that it could taste so good in the lab. They fed us intravenously, so I didn't really understand my taste buds until I came out into the world.
Oh,
Yes, it is, I think, easiest to feed intravenously because, it goes right into the system. You don't have to worry about the making food or anything like that, so this is very good. And they shove another hunk of bread into their mouth.
he nods and just shoves a whole biscuit in his mouth. But then subsequently, I think he probably ruffles the top of Mojave's head a bit, and is just like, "Don't fill up on bread."
There's a vague sort of muffled acknowledgement. His face is still full of bread. He has not been talking much because he is too busy eating bread.
I would like beer too, I think. Is this different beer than what you had at your house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And they will, pour themselves and start sipping on it. It makes a face, but not in disgust or anything, but definitely that it's a new flavor. You can probably see just in their mismatched eyes this kind of shivering that's happening with their pupils, where they go kind of big and then they become small slits again and then big again, and without saying anything looks very pleased with their bread and beer.
Oh, and the alligator bites. I make sure everyone gets one of those,
Yeah, and then
especially scales.
yeah, very soon after, obviously, bloomin' onion and alligator bites are set to the table. So you have the large, massive onion cut into small petals, just deep fried, served with the good onion sauce. These delicious little cheesy fried balls. Just you open them up, it's just cheese and a little bit of jalapeno in there. They're delicious.
Morningstar is having a time.
Oh yeah,
right
no.
now.
I imagine the with each new thing that is tasted, Mojave and Morningstar have almost similar expressions of what on earth, I did not know food could be this good.
Yeah, literally just fascinated with the idea of this place, right? And aesthetically and the music playing and all that stuff, and then just the food itself is the expression is very this is the best thing I've ever tasted, but also very much the I have never tasted anything better. Do you know what I mean? Just the variety that in which she's had to eat. This is not in her repertoire, so she's having at it. Almost like a little kid in a way, or you could see crumbs on their face and little bits of butter and cheese and whatnot, and then it's trying to wipe their face but can't stop eating.
This is how all onions should be. They're so delicious when you batter and fry them.
What is the batter? What is that stuff in this?
An
What is this
onion?
melty thing? Yes, I don't. What is this? A onion, you said.
I'll point to the blooming onion. Onions, they have layers like people, but they're like vegetables.
What is vegetable?
It's
It's
a plant thing, I think.
We are
Like
eating plant.
vegetation, I think.
Okay,
Don't quote me.
I remember books about plants, so This
Yeah.
is great. And just shoves bits of it into her mouth.
Try it with the sauce. It's so good.
Oh my
As-
gosh.
As you all are
Having a
sitting
fucking
there,
time.
as you are sitting there enjoying your food, Mojave kind of feel like a little familiar chill up your spine real quick, and everyone at the table can watch as this little black shape slips out of Mojave's back onto the table itself and quickly forms itself into the shape of a small magpie. And the only weird thing about this magpie is these bright orange eyes that this magpie has. And it just stands on the table, looks up at all of you, cocks its head real quick, and it immediately starts eating pieces of bloomin' onion, just pulling them off, dipping them, eating it all the way over, and just very, very politely, not really making a mess, just calmly, peel off, dip, eat.
I remember you. Hello, little friend. Is this one with you all the time, Mojave?
Huh? Nod.
Oh,
Yeah, say hi, Havoc.
Havoc finishes the piece of onion that he does have in his mouth, shivers a bit, looks up at the rest of the table and goes, "Well, hi guys, how you doing?"
it talks.
Yeah,
I think this is the first time. I think this is the first time T has seen the bird.
Yep.
Because he was too busy punching a troll when it was out last time.
Yeah.
So when it appears, he just kind of shuts his eyes, takes a deep breath, lets it out slowly, goes back to his alligator bites.
Whoa, man. That's a crazy awesome pet.
Hey, Havoc and I are buddies.
Yes. He gestures with his wings as if they are hands, like points Mommy, yes, no, and then points over to Jason. I am not a pet. I am fucking amazing. I
Nod.
am perfection incarnate.
Oh, man. I'm totally sorry. All right, perfection incarnate. Nice to meet you.
Don't worry, but Havoc just likes to talk.
Oh,
Wait, its name's Havoc? I thought it was perfection incarnate.
You can call it what it wants.
Havoc is my name. Perfection is my occupation.
stop! I
Okay,
love that
I got it. Havoc the perfectionist. That's chill.
Yeah, I like
Um,
that.
I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong.
I think Morningstar will outreach their hand and put a finger out near their little claws, and is waiting for it to hop onto his or her finger.
He looks at you, inspects it, just almost very, very intelligently just goes, hops onto your hand, goes, I see what you want. Everyone can't resist the feathers.
I love it so much. Oh my god!
You should see it. You should see it when I look like a cat. Huh. Ladies can't come up,
Can
can't
look
get off.
like cat.
I can look
Ooh,
like
like a
anything I
cat.
want.
With feathers?
Well, I never tried that. That's a good
Uh,
idea.
You're done.
Lifts Havoc up and is staring at them with snake eyes, looking at it, and is inspecting it and says, "How do you make yourself look like cat? You're very small. Cats are a bit bigger, yes."
Havoc's very talented.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
am.
thing. You gotta know, looks can be deceiving.
Yeah. I am more than a mere mortal creature. And he hops down very dramatically. I am the great spirit Havoc,
Mojave's
Chaos.
rolling his eyes.
incarnate, as well as perfection. I
You
am glorious.
Yeah. You're also a loudmouth little sucker, Havoc.
Hey! You! Shut up! Let me exist. I'm happy right now.
Yeah. I never said you couldn't be.
No, that's fair.
I,
That's
l-
fair.
I like Havoc. You should
Yeah.
stay around more often.
Havoc's
Oh,
always around.
well, maybe I should make myself visible more often if such a pretty snake lady gonna be talking to me.
I think like when he says pretty, she like immediately turns several shades of purples under her greenish skin, or the green scales rather. Um, but she doesn't say anything. Has like a tiny smile on her face, and goes back to eating her food, and like just slowly reaches over to T's plate and snatches an alligator bite, and is like, "This alligator, I want to try," and then we'll eat the alligator bite.
Mojave offers Havoc a sip of beer.
Oh, hell yeah. Hold on. Wait a minute. Bird has difficulty. Ah, I am genius! Watch this, snake lady. And you watch Havoc's form around the beak kind of shift, melt, and just kind of turn very cylindrical, very elongate. And then eventually, when it kind of solidifies, sitting on the table, same orange eyes, little white stripe down its belly, is a black snake. A ringneck black snake. And he then
You are like me.
leans over to the beer, and if anyone has ever seen a snake drinks as snake do, which is actually very cute in my opinion. And this goes, and then drinks the beer down and goes, "What? That shit got a kick. I like it."
Out of character, I love him so much. Oh my god. Okay. I think once he's done drinking, she like immediately picks him up and starts to like wrap him around her shoulders, and is just very happy with this little snake creature on her.
Oh, hell yeah. You're warm.
Gives a little scratch. Oh yes, I have weird. Well, I guess it's not that weird because snakes, but I absorb lots of light to keep warm.
Nice. Nice. I don't think I've done a snake in a long time. I was a rat for a while.
Rats are not as cool.
Nah, but
Snake
they're useful.
better. I will not argue. I think once things are kind of like relaxed and calmed down, Morningstar will get up and we'll go over to the guitar area. The glass case Dolly Parton, is it one that has like where you can latch it open, or is it just like a solid case over it?
It does seem to have a latch toward the side, but it is locked. With a pretty thick, like kind of almost combination lock. You'd have to like put in a set of numbers.
Okay. Morningstar will go to Jolene, like just walk beeline it to her, and say, Jolene, would it be okay if I play that guitar right there?
Oh, well, I can't let you play that one. That's not really an option. Not to mention that thing ain't tuned. That's an antique. It fall apart when you touch it. Trust me, cleaning that thing's the bitch. But I didn't know. Now, if you got some entertainment and one of y'all's willing to sign a little bit of a waiver, I can get you one of the other back guitars that we use for the bands.
Yes, I can do that. That is fine.
All right, but you're gonna also remember you gotta play a little bit quietly, and you only get maybe like an hour.
Okay, that is fine. I will not be loud.
All right, give me a minute. And Jolene like toddles off, like grabs a manager, and like they have a conversation for a long minute before running off to like where this stage area is and behind a curtain. And it'll take a little bit, probably about 20 minutes, and they can bring you your guitar. And well before that, at least 10 minutes into that, they bring the steaks, as most of them were rare and take very short time to cook. So your steaks are set at your table.
Oh yeah, in the meantime, like when the steaks come, immediately goes to grab the steak with their hands, to eat it that way. Unless anyone stops her, but she's gonna go like a full barbarian about it. Yeah.
I think Mojave's kind of been playing with the fork as though it's a foreign object, just like picking it up, turning it over idly.
T has been watching Mojave very closely since the bird came out. He hasn't said anything. He's just watching him.
Eating steak like that, like it's a fucking popsicle.
Eating a full New
I'm,
York strip just with bare hands.
These are so very good.
I'm cutting my steak up in like bite-sized pieces and eating it.
Are you using your
Yeah, I
lower
think-
set of arms or your upper set of arms?
Ooh, you know what? No, I think I'm probably just gonna be using like my upper set and keeping my lower set like in my jacket or under the table. Trying to blend.
Mojave's trying to emulate Jason, but like he does not know how to use a knife and fork. That much is clear, so it's very clumsy, and it's more like cutting it into like, I don't know, thirds and then just spearing it.
Can I do a palming check to like try to reach over and like secretly cut Mojave's?
You don't need to secretly. You could just do it. Like,
So that he doesn't choke
No,
and
no.
die.
No. Like I'm using my other set of like one of my other arms, like kind of like reach over, and while you're trying to like fork and fumble with it, I'm just gonna like cut it real quick. So it's like, oh look, Mojave did it.
I'm just picturing you across the table, just like trying to surreptitiously lean over the entire table.
Well, if I'm across the table, that won't work. I was thinking, I was like sideways.
T, like a frustrated father, will just take his fork and knife from him and do it for him.
Oh,
I love that. Everyone's
Creative.
helping Mojave. And fucking Morningstar's just like. Yeah.
And then the fork will be returned only when he's cut the entire steak up.
I think before the fork is returned, he is just with his hand, just sneaking tiny pieces of pre-cut meat off the plate and just like, oh yeah, no, forks.
Licking hands.
I would say Morningstar, that is the best food you've ever had in your life.
Mm-hmm.
There is something instinctual by how good that was.
Yeah. I would say for flavor, you would see the vibrancy of her mismatched eyes get brighter, and like extra salivating from it. I like meat. It's very good.
Nod.
Yes.
Better than the soy.
I will have to give this a Mojave. Can you do me a favor and roll me a memory test
Okay.
as
Ooh,
you
shit.
eat the filet mignon?
Would this be at a -2?
No,
Or this just be a straight roll?
this is
okay.
just a straight roll. 2 hits. Yep. Mojave, as you eat this filet mignon, a wave of deja vu comes over you. And you get this flash. No audio. Just point of view. You're sat in a very nice restaurant. White tablecloths, good atmosphere, and you can see, looking out a window, this just sea of colored lights. There's a what almost looks like a giant Ferris wheel. There's weird sculptures, a massive mirrored pyramid, just this beautifully built city. And then you can look down at yourself and you see this very well tailored suit. Full on, perfectly tailored, clean black and white suit. And then all of it vanishes in a moment and you're back to where you are. But you have this odd memory. You don't have full memory of how to eat with your silverware correctly, as if you had been taught.
Okay. Yeah,
you
it's
ever
just-
gained that knowledge of a little bit of etiquette when it comes to fine dining.
Yeah, there's just that moment he just spaces out, just sort of staring off into middle distance for a moment, and then just subconsciously just posture straightens a little bit, and his grip on he's no longer like full fist stabbing the meat with the fork and is like holding it like, you know, a human person who knows how to use a knife and fork.
He watches this and is like weirdly caught between like impressed and like confused.
If Mojave notices his glance, he just sort of like holds up the fork. I figured it out.
No good.
Well done. I knew you'd remember. I knew you'd remember it. Sometimes when I don't eat at nice places for a long time, I always kind of get confused. Like, which fork is the dessert fork? Which fork is the salad fork? But it comes back to you. Like, you just know this stuff.
There's different kinds of utensils for food.
Oh yeah, the tons.
Why
you
not
got,
just use hands?
3 or 4 forks and like 3 or 4 spoons and like a couple different knives. Well, because the hands aren't you just don't use your hands. Well, I mean, you can.
Most folks don't want to get the meat juice on their fingers.
Why? It is delicious.
I agree!
You guys just see
totally.
this exceedingly long snake tongue fucking off there.
Totally, man. Like, you do your thing.
Okay. But it's not proper to eat with hands, is what you were telling me.
Some
Well-
things are.
Yeah, it depends. Like, when we're eating like burgers and hot dogs and stuff, like, yeah, you use your hands for that. But when you're not like a fancy place with like steaks, you're supposed to use like a fork and knife.
Oh. I will remember this for next time. Because I did not know and just ate it how I eat everything.
But that beef juice is good, though, right?
It's delicious. This is the best thing I've ever tasted. Ever.
Not.
Ever. All food
So the
should taste
benefit-
like this.
The benefit of cutting it up on your plate is the juice comes out onto the plate, and then you can use the bread to sop it up.
And then the bread tastes like meat, yes!
Oh my god.
We'll take yeah, mind blown. Morningstar's like, holy shit. And then I think like if anyone has like meat juice on their plate, they'll take a piece of bread and like, you know, wipe at it and then shove it in their mouth, and then they're just like, oh my god, you know, having a whole moment.
There you go.
I think when Jolene comes back out with the guitar, Morningstar will quickly wipe their hands off on, you know, available napkin, and then stand up and will say, I'm going to play you a song. And then we'll like drag their chair along to wherever Jolene is standing, and then say, thank you for giving me this. Hopefully you all will like it. And then we'll put the chair down and sit on the chair. And for a couple of seconds, we'll strum a few of the strings, kind of listening, to make sure it's in tune, and then we'll begin to play. And you'll see that she's not playing anything that's like a classic hit or something new that she would have heard on the radio. It's something completely different. Has a little bit of like a funky sound to it, like the actual genre of funk, and is like tapping their foot gently along to keep rhythm while they play the song. The song itself, despite the kind of more like jauntier sound, there is this kind of inherent melancholy to it, and there's this like haunted nature to the song that she's playing. She's very focused, and at one point you see that her eyes are closed, and she's almost like picking out the sound from somewhere, having a moment with the music as she plays for everybody.
Mojave's just sort of sitting back in the seat, looking at his now regrettably empty plate, just listening to the music, just sort of like, I think this might be the best day of my life.
That's why I wanted to come here.
You're a good pal, T.
You know what they say, we gotta work hard and play hard.
That's right.
I think also, sort of, after like a good, I want to say like 5-minute intro of this song that she's playing, you'll hear another sound coming from her, and she's humming. She doesn't look at anybody. She still has her eyes closed, and she's humming along to the music. Her voice is very like, kind of like smoky sounding, very much like if she was from another era, she would be like a jazz singer, and just humming along while she plays the song.
There's definitely it's probably, I would almost be certain Morningstar does not notice it, because with the music that close to your brain. But there's a lull, there's a lull in the restaurant around you, just minorly. It's only a couple of the tables very close to you. Most people couldn't care less if they hear music, but these few tables, they look over and they're like watching you, and they're just like, oh. There's a couple. There's two, what looks like two business friends or some such. A family with like two kids, and the two kids are like staring with the wide eyes of like, kid stuff. By the way, at this point, Havoc actually has slid off of you, kind of more in wiggly, spirity, smoky form, and is shoveling pieces of Mojave's steak into his mouth.
If there are any pieces of steak left, it is only any bits that were like physically inedible.
Yeah, there's very little
fat
gristle,
bits.
but he sneaks it as much as he can. Then, if I know that one of them's having a porterhouse, there is definitely gristle in a porterhouse. If T103 allows, Havoc will also attempt to eat it.
He'll just, once Mojave's plate is like been licked clean by this fucking bird, he will just pick his plate up and put it on top of Mojave's plate.
Just literally, the shadow form just breaks down into a full cloud and just surrounds the plate, and then slides off like a little bit of a liquid into a pool on the table. Plate is clean, and it's just sitting there. Like, you could see it almost, imagine a snake or something else, just giant cartoonishly round belly as it's full, and it's just using its little four legs to tap on it, kind of like bongo drums, a little bit in the beat with Morningstar's music. just eyes gently, like almost closed in just perfect contentment. And just very quietly, yeah. Now this is the life. This is the good shit.
Havoc is the best. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, this is the good life.
I think after, a little while, maybe like 15 minutes or so, Morningstar will stop playing and then put the guitar to like be leaning up against the chair and then stand up. And only then would she notice that like people are watching her, like other people other than her friends, and blushes again and just like, kind of pulls the hoodie a little bit closer around her face and then just kind of like nods and goes off back to the table.
So once you're done, Jolene takes the guitar, just kind of like, damn, you got a little bit of a good old skill on you, don't you, sweetie? And takes the guitar away.
Yeah, super blushed, super like, oh my god, what the fuck, embarrassed. She was meaning to just play for her friends. She didn't think anyone else would. She was like trying very hard to like be quiet, right, while she played. And just kind of like, gives a small smile and like nods to Jolene and then sits down at the table. And takes a look around for a moment and says, I would like to do this more often. It is very nice.
Next month it'll be my treat.
Oh, I need to get money. Then I can also treat.
Hey, man, keep running with T and I, and you'll get money.
So,
okay.
So I will give right around this time, Jolene comes around with a little electronic comlink like device. It's just, alrighty then. So y'all having a good meal, had a good night. Now I don't want to rush anybody. You sit as long as you need to, but I do have to ask, who's paying for the night and how many checks am I putting out?
T is on like his third beer. Like he's shredding this beer. And he will just take out the ebony cred stick and offer it over.
Oh well, damn, I'll take this. Do you need anything else when I go run this through? Best put a tab in and I'll close it out later. Do you want any more beer? Do you want any more food? Anything else you might like? We also got a dessert menu if you'd like to look at that.
4 desserts to go. Your choice. Different desserts.
Morningstar nods.
Well, dessert menu's only about 4 items long, so I'll get one of each and bring them to the table. Then I'll run this and I'll bring you back your check. And Jolene runs off and then comes back with a tall, like, to-go, like, the bag with, like, 4 boxes in it. It just sets it on the table very carefully, like, aight, so you got your lemon cake in here, double chocolate cake, raspberry cheesecake, and a, oh god, I can't remember the dessert. Me, the human, can't remember the dessert.
I feel like this place would have apple pie.
Apple pie, you're right. And apple pie with a nice scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. The right way to eat it. And then she hands you back your
wide-eyed.
She hands you back your ebony cred stick, and this is definitely falling into your lifestyle. So this is your once a month I'm allowing with the lifestyle. For anyone wondering why I'm not telling anybody the price. If anyone were to catch sight of what this price is, it is way above your pay grade.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, if you two catch sight of it, there is about 5 more zeros than you were expecting.
Almost chokes on beer at the sight of it. It's like, oh my god.
God bless. He makes sure that Morningstar gets the bag of food because he feels like they will protect it with their life.
Absolutely.
He finishes off his beer. Like he sits there very pointedly and like double gulps what's left in his mug before standing up. He's ready to go.
Jay
Yeah,
would
I
finish
mean-
his second beer.
Yeah. I think once she sees people start getting up, Morningstar will also get up and is indeed protecting this food with her life. She's like using jacket to cover it and kind of looking at people like, don't come near me and try to take the food or I'll kill you.
Now you are fully allowed to sit at the table any longer you want, or just bounce out of this lovely restaurant and head back to your car, and then you choose wherever you'd like to go next.
Having adopted these two hobos, he will follow Mojave and Morningstar out, and he'll make sure to just say, make sure you share.
I will share with
now
only you
that
guys.
we are all full and stuff, how about we go shopping?
Is there any stores open at this time?
Absolutely.
It is late at night. Okay, never
This
mind.
is a city
I
that
didn't
does
say
not
that.
sleep. This is it's
Okay,
one of them
wonderful.
cities does not sleep.
Okay. Yes, we should try to find things to better equip us for the job. I don't know exactly how we are supposed to do this non-lethally, given what you said that this creature is feral.
Mojave raises his hand. Water balloons.
What is water balloons?
I'm assuming we're saying this as we're like, on our way to the car.
Is with Jason, you was talking about we could rig a thing to go. I could fill it with stuff to make a dude go sleep.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Like I can totally, as long as we have the pods, I can totally like really build whatever you want. Like I can throw together some some pardon me, some grenades or something, and we can use whatever we want as the material.
Yeah, I got. He pats his beat up messenger bag, just like, I got some tricks in here. I got something you just go bed.
Like
Yeah, we
like
can
a,
totally go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
no, you're good. Like a paralytic.
Sure, whatever.
Exactly,
chemical-
more like a. You ever had a real hard time falling asleep?
Yes.
Yeah, some folks got a real hard time falling asleep, and I got stuff to help them out. If we need our buddy to have a real easy time falling asleep, I can make sure he got an easy time falling asleep.
Oh yeah, it's like a nice chamomile tea or like a melatonin or like sleep aid, and we're just gonna put it in a nice little cartridge and want a timer or impact and aerosolize it into a nice big cloud. We could
Yeah.
totally do.
Like that, yeah. And
Okay.
likewise, Jade. See, you ever need anything along those lines? Just ask me. I figure I owe you one. I owe you 3. I owe you more than that.
Do you just make sleep things, or do you make other kinds of things too?
I make all sorts of things. I'm nearly a doc.
I see. The doctor that was at the lab was a different kind of doctor, so I am learning much from you, Mojave.
I hope I'm teaching good.
I think so.
Yeah,
You're
no,
not
you need a thing to
stabby.
cut pain. You need a thing to get to sleep. You want to feel real good. You want to. Yeah, I got plenty of stuff.
Things to feel good, like the what is it called? Not was it the snake pit or the first place we went that had the
The
drugs in the air?
the
Stallion.
first place you guys went was the Viper's Den.
That Viper's Den. Okay. The stuff like at the Viper's Den. that kind of thing?
Probably. When
Okay.
people get sick, I give them stuff to make them better.
Oh,
I got
then I
plenty
would
of
say you are a doctor then.
Yeah.
Not nearly. You are a doctor.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't got one of them little pieces of paper, a little chitty that says I'm a doc. I don't got one of them.
Oh,
I'm doing the job. I just don't got the little pieces of paper.
credentials is what. you
Yeah,
mean.
them. Don't got them.
Yeah, and I mean, really, credentials are just a piece of paper. Because it's really who you know, right?
Is it?
I mean, I say it's more what you do.
Sure, yeah, you gotta be good at what you do. That too.
Do you have credentials? J and T?
I mean,
Credentials.
I went to college and stuff.
You went to a school.
Yeah, I went to school, got like an engineering background. That's why I built all the robots and I fixed T up, and I could, if you guys got any sweet cyberware, I could fix you guys up too.
Oh. Oh, okay. And then, T, do you have credentials? Because you carry weapons, so do
No.
you have?
I say T's credentials speak for himself. He's real good at what he do.
Yes, I agree. But where do we go now? Well, do you have a place?
Been to our place.
Yes, but I meant for shop. Because
We
Jay
could go to,
said
like-
he wanted to go shopping.
Radar Hut or something like that.
Radar.
Oh,
hut.
sure.
Woo! Woo! You could go to. You could go to COD Pro Shops.
I guess we go to Radar Hut.
Yeah, I like RJJ's suggestion. Weapons are us.
Bloodbath and Beyond.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I believe Bloodbath and Beyond is a runner exclusive store. If you'd like to go there, that's going into a little bit more of the down area. And given how close it's getting to dawn, that one might actually be closed. But if you'd like to go to Bloodbath and Beyond, if you want to take a nap back at anyone's place and then come out next afternoon, then you can go to Bloodbath and Beyond if you'd like. Because I'm making that a canon store.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'm tired, and I don't want the cake to get stale.
Oh, that is right. We have
true.
cake. I want to try cake, please.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is cake? I want to have some.
It's like a bread thing, isn't it?
Is more bread? I like the bread a lot.
I think it's like a bread thing, but like better.
Like dessert bread. It's like a light, fluffy, sweet, creamy bread.
We should go somewhere and have cake, please.
Nod, nod, nod.
I guess we all huddle into the battle bus.
Yeah.
You huddle up into the battle bus, and are you gonna head back to TJ's place?
Sure.
Yeah.
The TJ stronghold,
Of course.
The fort.
Yeah.
Fort TJ.
I'm sure we got the spare bedrooms.
Oh, absolutely. You go up into that loft section. There's at least 2 spare rooms up there.
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
Rich.
Since okay, this is a question I guess for Jason as much as Softy. Is there a tape deck in the car?
Music.
Not a tape deck, but there's definitely a connection point to play your own music.
Yeah, it's probably like
You have an aux cord.
Yep.
Oh, okay. He'll plug his phone in, and since the fucking Scales likes music so much, he'll put on some of the classics. A little CNC Music Factory.
Oh shit. Yeah, I think you would see, like, as you're driving and the music is playing, you would see Morningstar is like swaying, and like the movements obviously are very snake-like. Um, but they definitely have a really good sense for rhythm and um obviously can pick up melody really quickly. So even though she doesn't know the words of the songs, you if you listen carefully, you could probably hear her singing the songs or like humming this along to the songs, and is looking very pleased in this very childlike manner, of like the world is bright and shiny and new. I have
Oh, yeah.
discovered so many things.
Oh yeah.
I'm now
Mojave's
envisioning
just
this.
sprawled in the back. He has not stopped grinning.
I'm envisioning this Viper woman cradling cake, humming "Return of the Mac" now.
Yep. Just having a good fucking time. Yeah. Yep. Yep. There will
So
probably be a few times where T would look through like the rear view or wherever and see like Morningstar kind of like poking open one of them and like sniffing at the various cakes, and like maybe especially like if it's a chocolate cake with any like chocolate on top, is probably like wiping something like in the back.
As long as Mojave gets some.
If Mojave leans over, I'll share. But
Yeah,
right now the cakes are in
his
my
attention is
possession.
very much. He's like he's not getting inner space about it, but his eyes keep going back to the bag every now and again, and he's just like his attention is there.
She doesn't like the lemon cake as much as the chocolate cake, so she'll like, as if like a little, very much like a little kid, will like wait till she thinks that the other two aren't looking, and then we'll like open the box and like offer some to Mojave.
If the tiniest piece gets stolen.
Two tiny
Two
pieces get
delinquent hobo
stolen.
children.
Two tiny pieces get stolen as Havoc just really quickly and takes it.
Damn, dog! I can't believe you have two fathers now. That's crazy.
I mean, amazing. I don't know how I managed this.
Yeah, Mojave, high key back there, just like meeting y'all was the best thing to ever happen to me. Hi.
My heart. Yeah. I think also like. Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Go.
I don't know. Please, you go.
I was gonna say, once we get there, my intention, if the guy that was there earlier is still there, as we're walking by, Morningstar will hiss at them, like full on let their like fangs show and tongues, sneak out and hisses at them.
That gentleman is
Feeling very good.
That gentleman is definitely still there, and he when you hiss at him, he falls over a little bit. You hear a sound of him losing part of his game, and then you hear the distinctive metallic clang as his new Febreze can crashes to the floor and slowly rolls away.
Oh gosh.
If
I
it
think...
rolls
yeah,
near
go ahead.
enough, I'm swiping it.
I will say it rolls near enough. You may swipe this man's next Febreze can.
Yes.
And this one is fresh linen.
Cool. I'm adding that to my sheet.
Yes. I think Morningstar's feeling very good right now, and is feeling a bit like I'm with the fam, you can't fuck with me vibes. And so she like even giggles a little bit seeing that the guy's a little scared of her.
Oh dear. So as you all enter into Fort TJ, as I'm now going to dub it, as that's very funny.
Hey.
We are going to take a small break, probably rather short.
Hey.
There's just some things, and we're just gonna take a little break. Everyone get up, stretch your legs, do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Oh. Morningstar is chowing down.
Oh yeah, Mojave also.
I believe I fixed my issue.
Yeah, I was gonna say sidebar. Softy cannot be
fixed
heard.
it. I clicked the wrong audio source.
Yeah, so I think like immediately Morningstar like into the darkness, like as if, you know, they can see in the, I mean technically they can, will find like a table and set the cakes down and open them up and immediately like dive into the chocolate one.
Oh yeah, Mojave right there. His go-to is that piece of apple pie. Like,
Yes, the ice cream.
yeah.
Yeah. So definitely immediately chowing down. Does attempt to, like, with a little, I don't know, I imagine plastic fork, will grab that and try to be like proper about how she eats.
Oh, Lord. There is a metallic snap sound as T does exactly that and points to the two of them, so that one of the butlers is there to attend the mess when they are finished. He will otherwise take off his coat and hat, hang them up in the foyer closet, and then head for the bathroom. He really needs a shower.
Can you give me that process, as you are mostly metal? At least up top.
I imagine he just gets in the water and bathes himself. I mean, there's no blood squirting out of him, so it's watertight. I assume. These are Aries, baby. They're ready.
That's all fair and dandy. You think you have to polish them like they're metal?
Do I polish them? No. Does the mechanical help polish them? Oh, absolutely.
Once you get out of the shower, you sit yourself down as you normally do. Little mechanical spider comes around with a little polishing wheel and just climbs up and just starts polishing everything.
Got a little toothbrush, scrubbing away.
Perfect. He could do it himself, but why?
Yeah. Yeah. Morningstar will like have napkin and like wipe face and like rub her belly, and it was very good. I like cake a lot.
Nod,
good.
nod.
And Mojave, which dessert did you bite into?
Apple pie.
Cool. Roll me another memory test.
Okay.
Oh, we're just doing this.
Oh shit, okay.
He's about to turn into an adult for 4 more seconds.
Oh, you got a 4.
Oh shit.
So as you bite into this apple pie, you get a flash sensation. You are taken back to that point of view shot. You're not in a suit anymore, but a dress shirt and a vest. If you have a suit jacket, it's definitely not on anymore. You are holding an apple, throwing it up and catching it, taking bites of it as you go. As you walk forward, the smell of cinnamon can be sent, like this. It fills your nose. And looking over to your side, you do see a pie shop of some kind, having cinnamon rolls and apple pie and a few other desserts. And then looking off the other way, you look down an alleyway. And down at the back of this alleyway is a large black car. And behind the car, there is someone on the ground. And 4 gentlemen, well, for lack of a better term, beating the living shit out of him. You stroll down this alleyway and come around the side of the car, and in your point of view, you are not reaching to help the man. You are not stopping this. You come to stand in front of the gentleman on the ground as he is, for a brief moment, as they stop hitting him, and he looks up at you with nothing but rage in his eyes. And then you flash back to your pie. You're now sitting
Abruptly
at the table.
puts down fork.
You're now sitting at the table with Morningstar.
Mojave, like, just abruptly puts down the fork and, like, just sort of sits back, like, visibly hit by this memory. He does not. He almost looked like he was suddenly like made nauseous or something. Looks sick.
Javier, are you okay? You look
Yeah.
ill. Did you eat too much?
No, it's
Oh, maybe you should lay down. It has been a long day.
yeah, maybe. I'll be fine. Just sort of taps his head, shrugs, making vague gestures in this sort of, yeah, no, I'm fine kind of way.
Oh gosh, I'm not socially able, but I feel like it's appropriate to make an insight check of some kind here to find out what's going on with him.
That would be a contested con between you and Mojave.
Okay.
Mojave,
Where is
you would be
Makan?
taking a negative, but given your chaos spirit, it's actually the regular, as he would be giving
Okay.
you a +2 to a contest. Be aware of that. Every time you
Okay.
lie in the astral, you are average, and if you are outside of astral, you are actually better.
Okay, so straight up con check. Gotcha.
Where is Con? Where is that?
Con is a skill, and it is, so if you do not have it, you would be defaulting a skill, and it is 2 seconds. I have a brain.
Mhm.
It is charisma, limited by social.
Okay. Don't think I'm gonna do well, but yeah, I don't have social skills to speak of, but
As you look down or look at Mojave, Mojave just seems to be telling the truth. He seems tired, maybe a little hungry. Or not hungry, but like a little full. It's been a long day. A lot of stuff, a lot of sugar.
Right, well, you've eaten a lot, and a full belly, from what I understand, can cause feelings of lethargy. So mayhaps you just need to rest.
Yeah, that's probably it. What a day!
Yeah, it has been a lot. But you, if you ever need to, I don't know, I guess talk. I am good at listening.
With scales, I appreciate it. If I'm, yeah, I'm not talking was talking. But if I ever get the words straight, I'll let you know.
Okay. I think at that point, Morningstar kind of awkwardly puts the rest of the desserts away, kind of like holding them for a moment, not knowing where to put them, and then like I guess
Sure you
a
try
droid
them
or
all.
whatever would come taking it. Oh, I am full, so I think I will save for later. A midnight snack, actually. Or well, midday because it is nighttime now. But
It's probably about
This was
3 in the
good.
morning.
yeah, this was good. Yes,
Yeah.
long day
What a-
but good day.
Best day. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I'm meeting y'all. Best thing to happen to me. I'm telling you.
Same.
I think at this point, Jason is probably in like some pajama pants, and like a big like comfy socks or slippers or something, and some sort of like big comfy shirt. And he's just kind of like like sliding around on the floor. So he'll like slide in and say, "Hey, you guys have a good day?"
More than good, Jason. It's been the best day of my life.
It is very good, yes. It's a special day, I think.
Oh, what's the special day? This is your birthday.
Oh no, I don't remember my birthday.
Me neither.
But a special day because, well, we all together and we ate food, real food, not soy.
Not.
So it's a very special day.
From this day forth, it will be known as Meat Monday. the the 5th of December will be Meat Monday, or the first Monday of December will be Meat Monday.
Meat Monday.
You'll see like a moment where she's like pausing, and what she's doing is essentially like in AR marking her AR calendar. That every
Yeah. Mojave
Yeah.
Mojave taps his head and nods the gesture of committing that to memory.
Yeah. Yes, meet Monday. It is special day.
Yeah, me Monday to commemorate a meeting, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Mojave is a little full and sleepy. Is there a place that we can sleep? I am okay with sleeping on couch.
Yeah.
I will take them up to the loft area where they each have like their own suite or like room, like guest room.
Oh shit.
So
Just at the doorway, like, oh shit.
Yeah,
so
same.
these guest rooms, you really haven't used them. They were kind of extra space, and you already had everything in like a section of the loft for your office. You have your
Yeah.
bedroom, T's room. Yeah. But when you enter in, they're very bare bones, but they actually do have a bed in them. Very blank. Like they were very much customizable. But as it stands, yeah, it's a comfy bed. There's a part of the balcony that's actually connected to this thing on one side. So there's a balconied one, and then there's an interior room. It's up to you who wants which. The interior room is identical; it just doesn't have the window.
I think when we're like still in the hall, very childlike, Morningstar will look at Mojave and say, "Is there a room that you wanted, or?"
Shrug, sort of a go-ahead gesture.
Immediately run to the room with the balcony. Launches herself onto the bed. This is best day ever.
You land on a very comfy hex foam mattress. Just you hit. There's a little bit of a bounce, and then just sinks in, perfectly
Yes.
aligning to your snaky body.
She'll pop up for a second and say, "Oh, is there a bathroom where I can take a shower? I would like to be clean."
I will say on the back wall of this, there is a door that seems to lead off towards a back section of this room. When you were outside, there just seemed to be a wall, but it does seem like the condo's shape seems to extend a little bit farther back. And upon opening this door, you are met with a bathroom and toilet and sink on one side, little skinnier, and on the other side is a large cubicle-like shower, probably big enough that if Morningstar were to extend her tail and sort of wrap it in a circle, it would fit very comfortably in here, not squished at all.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, she immediately goes into the shower, forgets to shut the door, strips down all her clothes and gets into the shower, turns it on, and is like staring at the water coming out. Just having a moment, being in a clean space with clean shower, and like it's all fancy, so just having a time. Makes it like hella hot in here, like instantly fogging up the windows and everything.
And then Mojave, you may go into your room. It is identical, bathroom in the same location. Just
Yeah, he's
kind
just sort of
flipped.
poking around, like, though he's normally putting off, like, totally, completely at ease in any company vibes, he actually looks a little bit like he feels out of place here. It's, just sort of sits on the bed and just sort of, like, holds his head for a minute, like, what on earth was that with the pie? Sort of has a moment.
Havoc proceeds to pop out of your back, and sits on the bed next to you, coughs a bit. You want to talk about it? Because I saw that too.
It's good. What was that?
I'm pretty sure that's a memory.
Yeah, no, I got that part.
I mean, okay, look. I was kind of born at the same time you lost everything. I don't actually know. I wish I knew, but I know what you know. So I lost a memory.
And I don't
too.
know anything.
I know. That's why I look, you're the only one I'm gonna tell. I don't know nothing. I'm not perfect. Help. I'm real
Yeah, I didn't look
scared.
happy.
I was happy about the apple. But what was with the car?
I don't know.
Eh.
Can't believe not wanting to help that guy. He did not look happy.
Havoc kind of shifts out of bird form and kind of like in smoky form curls up inside of your like lap, kind of like hugging close to your abdomen.
Yeah, Mojave just sitting there, like one hand over his eyes, just can't get the hate in that guy's face out of his head. Sort of absent-mindedly stroking whatever form Havoc is in. Havoc's head is being stroked.
Havoc's just sort of clinging on with the 4 little shadow arms, just trying to stay calm.
I think you
Yeah,
could hear Morningstar singing from the shower because she didn't shut the door or anything, so you can hear her just singing something in the background.
Probably right. We probably ought to get some rest. Poking the bed suspiciously. It's too soft.
Would you like to take a shower before you go to bed, or?
Is there, like, another bathroom, or is it just...
Oh yeah, no. You also have an ensuite bathroom.
Okay. Then yeah, Mojave's gonna go get cleaned up. Like, who knows when the last time he had access to a shower was.
Then I would assume that the two, well, actually, I should ask Jason. Are you gonna go take a shower like the others and go to your room to sleep?
Yeah, I think I will probably yeah. Jason will go take a shower. For sure. Maybe Jason will do a bower where it'll start off as a shower and turn into a bath.
So valid.
Jason out here having a bower.
I think Mojave probably doesn't, like, actually shower. I don't think he's comfortable with that much water. I think he washes, but just sort of like the out of water. I'm just gonna scrub the bits.
Fair.
Face, hands, important things. And he's just gonna crash.
That's perfectly fair. I would assume that everyone else just wrap up your night before we move on to the morning.
Well, I will say, I think the bed's too soft. Mojave does not sleep in the bed. He winds up sleeping under the bed.
In T's room, he's on his bed, which he barely fits on, but he's in it. He's wearing just PJ pants. And he's got like his phone on his chest. It's off. And he's just got his arms folded behind his head. and he is looking up at the ceiling, but he is playing back the fight from earlier in the night.
Hmm.
And I think that is what he ends up falling asleep to. He's just playing it forward and back over and over.
All right.
I don't know how thin the walls are, but Morningstar takes very long in the shower and is, as I said earlier, is singing. She's singing a song that she heard that I would say Nero probably showed her, but it's called The Parting Glass, and she's singing that for a while she's in the shower, and then will when she's out, she doesn't have pajamas, she just has her old clothes. But I think she's so happy and like comfortable that she just slips in, like dries herself and then just slips into the blankets, like from the bottom of the bed up, sort of slithers into the bed and drifts off, thinking about her life up until this point and how she met these people and that they're all a little bit different and a little weird and they all have like their weird things, but she likes them and drifts off to that.
All right. Is Jason doing anything special, or does he just, have his bower and then curl into sleep, cuddling one of his drones? Let's give you.
I'm gonna say that it's a yes.
Oh yeah, I was listening to music. Oh my god. What were you saying, Cosmic GM?
Does Alright, don't suck up to me now. Does Jason finish his bower and cuddle up into bed along with one of his drones, because I don't know why, I just imagine he's hugging a spider drone.
Sure, why not? I didn't really think that, but yeah, sure. Why not?
I mean, if not, that is perfectly on. You don't have to go with it.
Like the idea of one of the spider drones falling asleep on his head, like the way that cats do.
Yeah. I think instead of having like pets or cats or friends other than his current friends, they would just all be robots and drones. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
As you lay down to bed, the little spider drone calmly climbs up onto this and gets near your head and does a little weird cat dance, like spinning around, finds a good spot, settles into a little ball form, and goes into sleep mode.
Nice.
And then morning comes and goes, because you all were up till 3 a.m. As you all awaken, it is about 10 hours later, which is sometime in the afternoon. My brain doesn't work. 1 p.m. So it's started in the afternoon. You all have awoken, and now you may decide, what are you doing this morning?
I think Morningstar is walking around the house with a blanket like wrapped around her and just her head is poking out and one arm, and she's reading and just like pacing the condo while she reads. And every time you think she's gonna like knock into a wall, she turns her body and proceeds to go again on the path around the condo.
I think Jason would be like skiing around in his socks on his way to the kitchen, and then would like throw together some like soykin or soy sausage, I guess, and soy bacon, and some
nice
soy eggs.
soykin.
Yeah, soykin and
Soy egg
soy
substitute.
Yeah, soy eggs.
I can't believe it's not eggs. Sausage.
Yeah,
Jersey sausage.
and some soy toast and some soy
Amazing.
calf lattes.
Yeah, you got your.
Amazing.
You make a full-on course proper breakfast. So everyone else, as you're waking up, you are definitely flooded with the smell of soy bacon and eggs and sausage and coffee.
Figure Mojave rolls out from under the bed, spends a few minutes first just like going through his bag, taking inventory, seeing what he's got, and then putting it all back. And then he emerges just like, ooh, I'm smelling some stuff.
T will be the last to emerge. And then he slept like a fucking brick. When he does get up, he does reveal himself finally, wearing just like nylon runners, like running pants, and like an athletic fit top, t-shirt. Yeah. Just expectantly, like this is routine, sit himself down at the table.
Yeah, you would probably still, despite the food cooking, you would see that she's like so engrossed in her book that she like doesn't notice anyone else. She thinks she's still walking around the house and everyone's asleep. In my mind, she would have actually been the first awake, just moving around the house.
I think Jason would have an apron on it with like a digital screen, and it would be like command line run, and it would just say breakfast.
Amazing, yes.
I love that.
Morning, Mojave says, waving at everybody who is not engrossed in a book.
Morning.
Thank
is
y'all
she
for letting us crash here.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah, of course. We're friends now. We're like a whole runner squad. What do you call those shadow? Yeah, like we're like a whole team of shadow runners. We're
Pretty
heroes.
neat.
I
It's
think,
pretty neat being one of them heroes.
I think Morningstar, like, with like, I imagine the droids are kind of everywhere at once doing things, especially the little spider ones. And I think there's a point where she like almost steps on one, but still doesn't look away from her book and just like tucks her foot under it and moves it to the side, and it keeps walking while she reads. Yeah.
Hey, Scales, what you doing over there?
Huh?
What's up,
Oh.
Scales?
Oh, you are all awake. Morning. I am reading, and she like presents the book, and it is The Count of Monte Cristo. And she's like, you can tell by the book, it's very well worn. You know, some of the edges of it are like bent a bit. There's like definitely some warping because she must have been like reading out in the rain or something like that with it. It definitely looks like it's an actual book. She's not reading on like, you know, some sort of digital pad. And you would see like in the way she holds it, it's something that's very special to her. And so she presents it to you and says, "It is very good book. If you would like to borrow it and read it, I will let you. It is very good."
Oh, appreciate the offer. Looking at it as though it is a foreign object.
Do you not like stories?
No, I love stories. It's just the mimes a book and shrugs.
I don't know. GM, would I be able to assess in that moment that like Mojave can't read?
Is
I mean, he's definitely conveying one way or another that he is not much one for books.
There's I would say that with Morningstar's bluntness, I would say there's a possibility they might just go, "Can you not read?"
There's also a high possibility, like back at the restaurant, if they were handed menus at any point, he would have been holding it upside down. Like,
Yeah.
There might have been some clues that Mojave does not know how to read.
Is Jason within like hearing distance of this conversation?
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, I
had
imagine
him
we're
around
all in the
table.
kitchen. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. What was the title of the book?
The Count of Monte Cristo.
A Count of Monte Cristo. It's like Jason was like, "Oh, I got this. I love listening to my books all the time." And he'll be like, "Cortana, read that Monte Cristo,"
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, the
like
Count of Monte Cristo,
the
yeah.
sound system would just start like with chapter 1 and start like
Yeah.
reading the book.
looking around, like, oh my gosh, mysterious voice.
Oh, it is reading the book. Yes. And then she starts like in time with the voice is saying the same thing. Because she has the book memorized, you know. So she's like following along as she as it's being voiced overhead. And I think at one point she like gets close to Mojave and like shows him the book on the page that's being read, and like her finger starts to follow along. And she's not looking at the book, she's looking at Mojave's face to see if he like is recognizing the words or not.
No, he just blank stare. Like he's like following her finger along the page with his eyes, but just the look of complete non-comprehension. Like it might as well be like in hieroglyphics.
Roll me a memory test. I don't think you're gonna get this one, but roll it for me. No, you have no memory.
She like lowers her voice, where it's like the type of deadening of her voice that only Mojave would be able to hear her. And she says, "If you want, I can teach you to read. I am very good at it."
Oh, like his usual carefree, like happy-go-lucky smile is just complete. Like the mask is gone for a moment, as it were, with genuine like, oh wait, really, what? He just sort of like meets her eyes and just, yeah, maybe at some point. I don't know. Gotten by so far just fine. I don't know.
Well, if you ever wanted to get your credentials, reading will help. I can help you with that. I have read many medical books. But for another time.
Yeah.
And she'll put the book away and give him a little smile and then sit at the table.
Yeah, well, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
So as you all are sitting at the table, Jason, your comm link goes off.
I'll look at my comm link.
You see in very big, bold letters, Dad.
Sorry guys, I gotta take this call, and Jason will run to his bedroom and answer the phone.
With a very like the cat in Coraline, her head tilts all the way to the side as he says that. I imagine he looks panicked.
Was this man still cooking?
I think he had his
I,
drones cooking.
I finished cooking and then was like served breakfast or something.
Perfect.
Yeah.
As you go into your room and answer the phone, you hear an odd tone that you kind of recognize. It's a mechanical tone. Not mechanical. A computerized tone. Most not collect. I'm trying to think of what they would be. Robocalls sometimes have this.
Oh.
You're not. You'd have to roll me What are your knowledges? Or do we pick any for
I don't know if I picked any knowledges yet.
you? Do you have you have computer?
I have electronic warfare, hardware, cyber technology, perception. Would any of those work?
No. Default on a logic test, limited by your mental.
Okay.
You know it's some weird computer tone, but you don't recognize it. Then, over the other end, you hear the voice of your dad. And it's just this very blanket. It sounds like his answering message, as if you had called him. And it just keeps repeating. Jason, what's your real name?
Well, Jason's real name is the full name is I think we put Rohan Varma or something like that.
Yeah, Varma. I don't know what your dad's name was.
I didn't pick a name for him.
Do you mind if I pick one?
Go for it.
Let me go grab my names. Yeah, we'll go with that one. This is Raj Varma. Thank you for your calls. Unfortunately, I cannot come to the phone right now. Please call back or leave a message, either one. And if you are calling to give any information on my son, please press 2. And thank you.
I'm gonna hang up.
You hang up?
Yeah. Like when I hear my dad's I answer the phone and I hear my dad's answering machine, I'm gonna freaking hang up. Like that's sus.
So you hang up very quickly.
Yeah.
You hang up and you kind of sit there waiting for a moment, just sort of collecting yourself. Your phone goes off again. Dad. All caps.
I'm gonna let it go to voicemail this time.
It rings for a little bit, then it cuts. And your phone gets a little icon that shows a voicemail was left.
I will listen to the voicemail.
Upon listening to the voicemail, it is just a series of computerized bleeps. And I will let you make a logic test again. You cannot decipher this set of computerized bleeps. It's just almost like computer feedback.
I'm going to go back downstairs and hey, Scales, you're like really good with computers and stuff like that. Have you ever heard anything like this? And I'll play the voice message of the bleeps.
I will allow you
Yeah.
to roll computer for this. Unless
Yeah, I have. No, I have computer.
Yeah.
I only wonder if software would be better, but I have
Oh.
computer, so
Software would be better. Roll software.
ooh, not great. Not great at all. So
I will let you succeed but at a
Okay.
cost. Do you want to
Okay,
succeed?
well, I mean, I do, but real quick. I think Morningstar at first is like eating food and is listening. But there's the book playing in the background, and she'll say, oh, "Shut that off. I cannot focus." And if you'll allow me, I'd like to try to roll again.
Yes, I will. That was really well done. I like that.
Better,
Much better.
much better.
It's hard to decipher while listening to it. You're like, you feel it's familiar, and then you hear it. Underneath all the computer static, there is a very specific set of tones that you have heard well before. Because a similar system is used by a lot of places. Megacorps, security forces, laboratories. It's the sound of the feedback from a GPS triangulation.
She immediately takes his phone and drops it into the hot tub.
You, Jason, your phone is taken and is
Yeah.
immediately
Yeet!
yeeted into the hot tub.
Dude, Scales, what's that for?
I'm sorry. You will have to get
Wow.
another one. It is tracking. It is tracking you.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
I don't. Who is calling you?
hey, you know what? Let's go shopping. I need a new phone, and Jay will get his he will get his phone out of the hot tub, and I'm sure we have some sort of disposal recycler device that will like grind shit up. He's gonna
absolutely.
throw it in there.
You basically throw this thing into an industrial shredder that you use to reclaim materials for your drones from like motherboards and shit. It
Yeah.
destroys this phone. It rips it to shreds.
I'm just watching this, looking back and forth between the two of you, just like, what?
Bro, same. T is like a mid pancake, just one big cheek, one little cheek, just watching.
Raise his hand. Should we be worried?
I think we should be very worried. Jason, this is not the time to hide things. Who is looking for you?
Well, I don't know. I just know it was my dad calling, and but it wasn't him. When I answered it, it went to his voice. Like I got a call from dad. I answered the phone. It was his voicemail. I hung up, and then I got another call for dad. I let it go to my voicemail, and this is that message. Those
Do
funky
you-
beeps.
Do you not talk to your father?
Well, used to.
I see. You have a strange relationship. Well, whoever he is and whatever he does, they are looking for you. There was triangulation noise coming through the feedback.
So somebody was looking for you, and they want you to know. 'Cause that was a threat.
Well, I think it would be best for me to get a new phone, and we can maybe stay somewhere else tonight just in case. Well, I'll stay somewhere else.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I have place. We can
Pally,
stay
Jason,
there.
you ever want a real cozy alleyway to crash in? I got you covered.
I have apartment. We can stay there, but it's not as big or nice as this. But Jason, do all your drones have ways in which they can triangulate your location?
Well, I mean, I use GPS and stuff to triangulate my drones locations, and I need to know where my drones are. So
I will give Jason. You know this. they would need to get into a closed network that is controlled
Yeah.
by your RCC. Then you
Oh,
can't
that's right.
call into an RCC. So it's very unlikely that long distance they could
Okay,
hack
okay.
into your actual like GPS for your drones.
Well, my I control and triangulate everything with my drones through my RCC, and I pull out the massive suitcase that's essentially like an oversized Game Boy. You
With
know,
that being said,
it's a handheld device from like
Mhm.
the 80s where like, oh, handheld device, that means it fits in a suitcase.
um, with that being said, I'm gonna immediately drop into AR, and I want to see if there's any weird tags on any of essentially Jason's stuff, and like walk through the house.
Looking around, nothing in the house appears to be anything other than tags that are Jason's, which is all over the house.
Mhm.
The only other tags you see are yours, and they're still on that little spider drone.
Mhm.
And there is still one that's sitting on T. Well,
Okay.
specifically T's little black box.
Yeah. She'll come back and she'll say, "Well, everything in here is clear. There is
Well, that's
nothing
good.
else, but we will definitely need new phone, and perhaps we check car before we go anywhere, because there may be a way that
Yeah,
they
that
are
sounds
tracking on that, especially because it is a reclaimed security
it's-
vehicle.
Yeah, I mean it's Aries, so yeah, we should definitely check that out.
There's Morningstar is like a statue in the middle of the room staring at you, where it's almost like she's staring into you. And just pauses there in awkward silence, really, but just watching you and like sort of trying to like Sherlock this reaction that you're having to all this. And it just slowly nods. Okay.
So
She'll, yeah.
go ahead. So yeah, if everyone's done with breakfast, the drones can clean up and we can get going.
Yes.
I'll look over
Other
at
than
T to see if he's done.
other than a new phone, what do we need?
Oh, well, I guess I need some equipment to to build some like gas grenades, but instead of using any of the conventional whatever poison nerve agent whatever they come with, Mojave's got something we can put in them.
Finger guns.
Okay.
Mayhaps we get you some sort of padding for your arms so that if you must punch, you won't kill it. Although, to
Oh,
be
like
honest,
them gloves, the red ones.
That
boxing
squeak.
gloves. Well,
Like
maybe not
big
squeaking.
bad squeak.
We should also, y'all gotta make sure you got some good boots, because in the sewers you don't want that leaking into your socks.
I don't have to punch. I can hold.
Yes, but then if he bites you, you will die.
His
Looks down
arms
at, looks down,
metal?
looks down at his metal hands. Looks back up at her.
Well, not your hands, but if you are holding, how do you plan on holding that? We don't know how strong it is, or he is, and what if he wiggles around and he bites your chest? Your
Just
chest is
reach
not
out
metal.
and very gently, very harmlessly curl the whole hand around Mojave's neck.
Ooh.
And then let it all the way go.
Oh, I see. I guess that answers that. I
Yeah,
have.
I'm not a fan of that.
I have something I can offer we don't need to shop for. And she'll kind of scramble around for like, a napkin or something and a pencil, and she'll draw out the sewers because she has traveled through them to get here, to get to the city itself from the lab. So she has that knowledge, and she'll begin to just draw it out, and she'll say, "This is sewer." Yes. So we have map.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna scan that map with my suitcase.
Jay. Are you expecting someone to come to the condo? Are you expecting someone to? Are you expecting someone to come to the condo today?
Maybe. I don't know if that tracker was successful or not. If it is, maybe.
It doesn't sound like I need anything at the store. If you'd like, I can stay here and turn away anyone who comes to the door. No soliciting.
But what if someone comes for Jason while we are out?
You chipped the phone. And you said there were no tags, so I assume.
Well, okay. She starts to wring her hands a little bit. She's nervous.
Wait, was they
I can
actually
do.
was they actually doing the tracking thing, or was it just the sound of a tracker to let you know that somebody's out to get you?
No, it was triangulating. It was finding his location.
It was actually doing the thing, and not just saying it's doing the thing.
Machines do not work in that way.
I don't know how things work.
Yes,
So what,
you give them objective, and they do objective.
So, man, I thought today was going to be a day off. He'll stand up and just start heading for his room like he's got to get changed again. I'll be right back. But what, you think your dad hired like a private investigator to track you down? Call your dad.
He can't call. He no longer has phone.
Yeah, I don't have a phone.
Use my phone?
But no, I don't think it's a good idea to see. His voicemail says that if you have any information about me, call him. So I think
you ran away too.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I'm a runaway too, Scales. We're both running.
Well, then you must be better at it, because having big drones that can shoot out whole blocks is not a good way to keep cover.
Well, I mean, things were going pretty good until I got that phone call.
Right. Well, regardless, we do need to go shopping. We do still have a job. I think for now, this place is safe. Unless you're the man at the front of the desk sells you out, I think you will be okay.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be okay. I didn't give him my name. I don't think so. He doesn't know who I am.
And even if I did, I doubt any money is worth messing with that guy. Gestures at T.
Do they know about T?
Our buddy at the front desk sure does.
I'm confused. Jay, how old are you?
Oh, Jay's gone.
Jay evaporated.
There he goes. Okay.
Jay's running around trying to catch one of the spider drones.
Yeah, but nature calls.
One of the spider drones acted like a cat, found the dead microchip from the phone, and is running around with it, going,
Jay, how old are you, buddy? He'll just put a hand on his shoulder.
Jason?
Yeah. How old is Jason?
You're not a minor. You're not a minor, are you?
No, I'm. Hey, I know I'm short, but I'm 25.
Your dad. You ran away from home, and your dad's looking for you.
Yeah.
Who is your dad?
She's my dad. You know, everyone has a dad.
Look,
That's
Just
I feel
Johnny
like
Smith.
Morningstar and Mojave exchange a glance right there.
Yeah.
Your dad's like a. Yeah, like even T is just kind of like. Your dad's like a CPA or something.
No, my dad's an engineer.
Okay.
Yes, engineers have jobs. Where does he work? It is important for us to know this so we know who is coming after you.
He works fine. My dad works for Aries.
And so you think that you okay. And she's like full panicking, pacing in the kitchen, back and forth, cursing in
So
Russian.
that's the battle wagon.
So you
When?
stole the car from your dad, and they are going to track it, and they will find you, and if they find you, they will find me, and then I don't know what will happen.
Hey,
No.
Morning. Scales. Breathe easy. Worst comes to worst. You and me, stewards, I can hold you up in a back alley somewhere we can disappear.
I have a
Yes, but
question,
then what about?
Jason, if I may. When did
Yeah,
you
T,
run
what's up?
away? When did you run away? Before or after I met you?
Probably just around about.
So I kidnapped you. Is how that's gonna go.
Oh, is that how y'all met?
Stressed.
Yeah, I think that's I think that's what they were putting out on the news and stuff. Yeah, because like I hadn't run away before then. I was just kind of like I was shirking my duties and I was like moonlighting as a cyber doc. But then when I chased after you, that's when I went missing and got kidnapped.
By him, and she points to the very large orc man in the room.
But we all know he didn't kidnap me. We're buddies.
Right, but they don't know that.
Did the knight errant know that I didn't kidnap you, buddy?
Well,
So what
Let me
happened?
get my coat. He just goes and starts pulling on the armored coat and the fedora. He's just like, okay, all right, it's gonna be one of these days. Okay.
Yeah. Morningstar panicking. It's like, oh my god. Why didn't you say anything? This is important information. I told you my information. You should have said your information right away.
well, how was I supposed to know my dad was looking for me?
You are missing, like officially.
Yeah, well.
You said they were. Hold on. You saw yourself on the news. You saw yourself on milk cartons and shit. And you didn't know.
Well, no, remember when we were listening to like this was weeks ago. We were listening to the radio, and they were talking about that shootout at that bar, and there was a stolen vehicle and a kidnapping. That was us, T.
No, you. Oh my god, Jason.
Okay. What?
This is two separate events.
What kind of adventures y'all been having?
It's fine. I'm not even worried. It's fine.
You are not worried. Look at you. Of course you're not worried.
You wouldn't be.
I mean, I didn't see myself on the milk carton. Just the same radio we were all listening to.
If Ares pulls up, Jason talks them down. If he can't talk them down, I will lay them down.
Yeah, see, we had a plan with the hero.
You see
Let's
that
go
her
shopping.
tail is like whipping around. She's so like agitated. And there's a moment where her tail comes around. It looks like she's about to smack Jason, but it pulls back. And she's like, right, let's go shopping. And pull
Yeah,
up her
worst
hood.
comes to worst, you, me, back alley, we're gonna disappear. Worst
She
comes
just-
to worst.
T
Cursing
doesn't even
and-
seem upset. Like, he doesn't seem upset. He's not worried at all. He's just like, this is all very interesting information. All right, let's get you fun, bud.
He's not mad. He's just disappointed.
Not even disappointed. He's just like, oh, that might happen today. Okay.
Yeah. So she pulls on her hood angrily. She's just again cursing in Russian, slamming doors as she gets her bag, having a little tantrum, really. And says,
kind
"Fine,
of laughing, like, oh, well, this is her life now. Okay.
fine. Let us go get you new phone and then weapons and things we will need to chase down a vampire, and we will have to deal with that and whatever else. I will check your car." And then we'll go to go where the garage is.
And when we're
Oh.
inside the car, it's got armor, man.
Oh, and
Seething in the corner.
so as all of you head out the door with this new dropped news, we are going to end it here.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, that's fine.
We're going to end the episode here with our party starting their aggressive walk down the hallway towards the elevators. Ha!
That
Well.
man has any more Febreze, I'm swiping it on purpose.
Well, thank you all for coming here. Thank you all for playing. I will credit everyone. In the in the order from least to most likely to lie about being kidnapped. So,
Now, Scapian,
T.
that's you. That's very pointed.
so
you.
least to most. So,
Least. Okay, never mind.
T103. Who are you, and what do you do with your existence?
Hi, I'm Vamp Daddy. I exist quietly mostly, but sometimes I exist publicly here on Twitch, .tv/Vamp Daddy. Look for the Blue Jay, where I stream variety, mostly games, sometimes solo, sometimes with some of these guys. I'm here Mondays as T103, an orcish father of 2 hobos, and I am on Table of Horrors also Friday as Slip, father to no one.
Morningstar. Who are you, and what do you do with your existence?
Hi, everyone. I'm Chastity. You can find me all over the internet as the Risa Rave. I am here on Table of Horrors every Monday playing Morningstar, the now very paranoid cybernetics snake lady, or rather extra paranoid. And then on Fridays, I am your favorite Hakata hit lady, and mother to two, I'd say. Marcelina. But I'm also on Lanyap Gaming, where we go live every Tuesdays and Sundays. Currently, we are running a V5 game called Blood and Jazz. Check it out. We're actually about to air our finale this coming Tuesday. Sundays is Family Brunch, where we talk about, our characters, background stuff, TTRPGs and all that. Also, in any of my links, you can find, or rather in the bio of like my profiles and stuff, you can find a link tree. There you'll see all of my links to every social media, including my spicy links if you're interested in that kind of thing. And you can find me there. Yes.
Mojave. Who are you, and what do you do with your existence?
What do I do with my existence? Hi, I'm Daybreakathon. You can find me losing my mind in video games here on Twitch over at Daybreakathon. I do art, did the character art. Commissions are open. Message me on Discord if you're interested in having me draw a thing for you. I've written a couple of fantasy novels, check those out. And I'm here as Mojave being Mojave, and you can find me on Fridays being Ken-Un. And the rest of the time my dog says hi. Here he is. You can hear him jingling.
Hello, puppers.
The gentle jingles. Jason, who are you, and what do you do with your existence other than lie about being kidnapped?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't think Jason ever lied about being kidnapped. Everyone just assumed he got kidnapped.
Yeah, he's got a point.
What's he supposed to do? Call into the police station and be like, I didn't get kidnapped, I ran away. See y'all.
Yes.
I mean, maybe you can do that. But yeah, I'm Muscavian. I play Jason on Mondays on Table of Horrors, and I play as Elias on Fridays on Table of Horrors. No social.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Alright, buddy. I am your Cosmic GM, Softenomicon. I have my own channel where I variety stream, though I am currently on vacation as I am about to leave the state that I live in and go to a different state where I cannot stream from. But I will still be here for Fridays and Mondays.
Leave the
because
state of matter and become liquid.
I must liquid state. I'm removing myself from the solid state. You will find me in liquid, plasma, or gaseous. Pick one. I am the second in command here on Table of Horrors. I am here on Monday as a GM. I am here on Friday as Sato Rin in Nihon Nights. I love all my friends. Shiv is my hedgehog husband. I am taking art commissions. I did obviously my own art. And I love all y'all. And my links are in the chat. I will ask Shiv, can you start the raid? We are going to be raiding Gimli Q. I am unsure what they're currently doing. I was not given that information. But we're going to go ahead and say hi and be derps. So that's a good thing. We cannot leave until... Disney Dreamlight. I still need to try to play that. They're playing Disney Dreamlight. Till T103 says the thing.
I'm not full of bees.